I was 17, saving up for college. When the Whitmores hired me, I was just grateful to have a job that didn't involve deep fryers or rude customers. Melissa Whitmore met me at the door of their house. An old Victorian on the edge of Black Hollow, tucked behind a row of decaying oak trees. It had that classic Gothic look, but updated with fresh paint and new windows. It gave off the illusion of warmth until you stepped inside. The hallway smelled faintly of bleach and lavender. Melissa was polite but distant. Her husband, Aaron, was even more detached. He nodded at me once, then disappeared into his study like I wasn't there. They introduced me to Lily, their 6-year-old daughter. She was small for her age, with wide green eyes and a halo of pale blonde curls. She was sweet, quiet, and polite, but with the kind of stillness that makes you feel like you're the one being observed. Lily's a good girl, Melissa told me. Just don't let her eat sugar after dinner and keep her away from the attic. We keep it locked, but she likes to wander. The attic? Storage, she said too quickly. Old things. Dangerous if she trips. The first 2 nights were uneventful. Lily was easy to care for. She liked puzzles and reading. She ate slowly, chewed quietly. She'd go to bed without fuss at exactly 8 p.m. But I noticed some oddities. Every night, she insisted on closing the closet before bed. Not just closed, but locked. There was a sliding bolt on the outside of it, installed recently. She told me he doesn't like being seen. I laughed and asked if she meant a monster. She just shook her head. Monsters are loud, he's quiet, he watches. The 3rd night, Melissa handed me a list before leaving. No sugar. No screen time after 7 p.m. Lights out by 8. Don't open the closet after dark. Don't open the attic no matter what you hear. If Lily starts talking to someone, ignore it. I asked, "What do you mean, someone?" She paused. It's just something she does. Ignore it. It goes away faster that way. That night, Lily drew me a picture. Me, standing in her room. Behind me, a tall, faceless man. No eyes. Just black scribbles for a face, and long fingers. So long they reached the floor. When I asked who it was, sure, she whispered. He used to come for Daniel. Now he wants me. Melissa finally opened up the following weekend. Not because she wanted to, but because I confronted her. I'd heard the attic door rattling on its own at 2 a.m. I'd seen shadows crossing the upstairs hallway when I was the only one awake. I had started hearing a clicking sound coming from the baby monitor, even though Lily was asleep. So I asked, straight up, "Who's Daniel?" Melissa froze. Her knuckles went white on her coffee mug. She told me Daniel was Lily's twin, died when they were 3, fell down the attic stairs. We found him at the bottom, broken neck. The attic door was open. We thought Lily had pushed it, but she kept saying, "He made me open it." He said he wanted to see what Daniel looked like on the inside. They chalked it up to trauma, childhood grief, but Lily's behavior changed. She stopped eating, would only sleep if the closet was locked, would wake up screaming, "He's inside again." I started recording the room with my phone. I didn't expect to see anything. But on the 5th night, I did. 3:14 a.m. Lily was asleep. The close creaked open despite the bolt being in place. But it didn't swing open like a door should. It moved sideways, like the shadows were peeling it open. Then something stepped out, 7 feet tall, skin like stretched plastic. No face, no eyes. Its limbs were too long, bent at the wrong angles. And it didn't walk. It twitched forward, one leg at a time, like a puppet on a string. It leaned toward Lily, then turned its head toward the camera and smiled, teeth like nails, rows and rows of them. The screen went black. I stopped sleeping. Every time I tried, I'd wake up in cold sweats. Sometimes I dreamt I was in Lily's room, but it was darker, rotted, damp, and the closet was open, always open, and something whispered in the dark. "You saw me. That means I get to see you." I told Melissa I couldn't babysit anymore, that something was wrong with the house, with the room, with the thing inside the closet. She begged me to stay. "We've tried everything. Priests, therapists, cleansings. It's not the house, it's her. It's attached." "What is?" Melissa finally said it. "We think it's Daniel, or what's left of him. The last night I stayed with Lily, I locked her door from the outside. I was desperate. I sprinkled salt across the doorway, lit candles, hung a mirror on the closet. At 3:09 a.m. the temperature dropped. My breath fogged in the air. Then, tapping from inside the closet. Tap, 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 tap. The closet exploded open. The mirror shattered, and from the darkness came not one, but two shapes. The tall, faceless creature, and beside it, a child. Lily's twin, but wrong. Eyes black as ink, mouth stitched shut, and in his hand, a piece of chalk. He wrote a word on the wall, "Mine." I screamed for Lily to run. The floor cracked. The salt sizzled. The shadows grabbed at her. But she moved through them, untouched. It was me they were after. I passed out when the second figure stepped into me, not onto, into. When I woke up, the room was cold. Lily was gone. The attic door was open. Police found her asleep in the neighbor's shed, unharmed. They said I'd had a breakdown. There was no footage. The camera was fried, melted actually. Melissa never returned my calls. I still have dreams, but now I'm the one watching from the closet, waiting,